Mike is great.
Oh, shit.
So already that's the first rule. Now we're lucky here because it's very similar to the RSC stages. As you know, they're in thrust. I want you to always open up the potential of the space.
Oh, fire, the damned use that word in hell.
So, just torture and not mercy. And you're constantly keeping it up. So what we're doing is you're getting that sense of support. Alright? Now, for the rest of you, I suggest you mouth the words and get nice and muscular. Okay? These guys need a bit of time to kind of kick in. But follow it. And when you come on to your line, you'll pick it up and it'll sound incredibly connected and right. You don't do that in the play, obviously. You don't all stand there going. Let's try it. See how we go.
Carrying flies in Romeo.
They may seize on the white wonder of dear Juliet's hand, and steal immortal blessing from her lip.
Who even in pure and vested modesty
Still blush.
Now, I want the person who's receiving the information to look in their eyes as well. So I really want just torture. Right?
Okay. 'Tis torture.
And not mercy.
Heaven is here.
Where Juliet lives.
And every cat and dog.
Okay, do it again.
Okay, here we go. And every cat and dog and little mouse.
And every unworthy thing.
Live here in heaven and may look on her.
Right, so look at him immediately.
Okay.
And penetrate those eyes as opposed to...
Sorry.
Okay, it's good. Keep going.
Live here in heaven and may look on her.
But Romeo may not.
More validity. More honourable state.
More courtship lives in carrion flies than Romeo.
They may seize on the white wonder of dear Juliet's hand, and steal immortal blessings from her lips.
Okay. Torture and not mercy. Heaven is here.
Oh, fire, that damned use of that word in hell. Howling's a
It breaks up the thought. Case indication, you can emphasise certain things.
They are free men.
But I am banished.
And sayest thou yet that exile is not death?
Hast thou no poison mixed?
no sharp round knife.
No sudden mean of death, though near so mean.
But banished to kill me. Banished?
Let's have a little look at repeated words.
Possessed to mangle me with that word, banished.
Banished?
But if you stick with this kind of method, your voices start to bed in a way that become naturally creative, and you don't realise it's happening. So I think that you realise that's happening. Does anybody else sense that too? Yeah. Yes? We tend to get a bit disconnected with our voice. It's my Shakespeare voice. I'm in my head. It's kind of removed. It's not in my body. But this is a way to kind of marry things up. Your whole body makes a voice from here to here, crown to toe. Your whole body is connected in making a voice. If you're tense, it will affect your voice. If you are connected viscerally to text, you will fly with your voice. And it will become very natural. Yes? And it doesn't have to be too complicated. You know, you can literally lie on the floor and go, just torture, other arm, and not mercy. Cruciform. Heaven is here, roll over. My tree. You see what I mean?
How hast thou the power, being a divine, the ghostly confessor, the sin absolver, and my friend
Banished.
We've got enough there. Any more?
Divine and damned.
Yes, divine and damned. Now this game is called mapping, and it's very easy. Easy for me.
must fly.
They are free men, but I am banished.
And sayest thou yet that exile is not death?
Hadst thou no poison mixed, no sharp ground knife, no sudden mean of death, though never so mean.
But banished to kill me?
We copy them exactly, but you stay on the outside. You don't all rush into the circle. All right?
Honourable.
Honourable.
Howlings! Howlings! Immortal!
Immortal!
Ghostly! Ghostly!
I want absolutely over-the-top histrionics.
Oh, that'll be good.
And somewhere around Spanish or flies may do this, you swap over. I want you to find the literal gesture to everything.
More validity! More honourable state! More courtship lives in Harriet lies
Talk about yourself, Romeo. You point to yourself this time. Yep. It's all pointed. Now, the idea of this is to explore realm and location. And if you listen to the text as he does it, you'll start to realise that he starts to organise the sense of it and the argument.
They are free men, but I am banished! And sayest thou not yet, and sayest thou yet that exile is not death?
I said, sayest thou yet that exile, find it.
And sayest thou yet that exile is not death? Hadst thou no poison mixed, no sharp ground knife, no sudden means of death, thou never so mean, but banished to kill me, banished! Oh, friar, the damned use that word in hell. Howlings attend it. How hast thou the heart, being a divine, a ghostly confessor, a sin absolver, and my friend professed, to mangle me with that word, banish it?
He's not far from Romeo, is he?
No.
I mean, look at him. He is Romeo. And character, if you free yourself up to text, just creeps up behind you. Yes, there's lots of work we can do. We've got to understand his arcs and his, his moods, and we have to put names to those emotions, and we have to clarify stuff. But it's already there, isn't it? The blueprint, the foundations are kind of more secure. Does that feel?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Any other thoughts?
Here where Juliet lives, every unworthy thing, every cat and
Got
dog.
the idea? Now we're all going to be doing that. And you can't touch her, and you can't trap her. Alright? She's going to keep moving. But you have to try and make eye contact with her, and she's got to get away. You don't need your scripts, alright? So just keep them loose. Off you go. 5 minutes. Off you go.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is
Keep moving!
In Harriet lies they may see the white wonder appearing in their hands.
Now, this is the culmination of everything we've done today. A bedded in voice that's working. We're not switched on anything. Acting Gene, funny voice. All those post-it notes should be working, hopefully. And remember, this is just an hour and a half romp. If you can spend a week of exploration in these types of exercises, you'll spend a lot less time rehearsing in that kind of agonizing way. Now, can somebody hold on to his belt strap here so that he can wear it? Okay. And, be forceful, but obviously don't be ridiculous. Okay. So hold on to him. Hold on to him like you mean it. Now, don't distort your voice because we want to keep a secure voice. So don't alter the tip because of the tip of the head. But what we want is an intensity now, and let's really feel Romeo's pain because he is on the verge of suicide.
Okay.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives.
and every cat and dog and mouse, every unworthy thing, live here in heaven and may look on her. But Romeo may not, more validity, more honourable state, more courtship lives. In carrion flies than Romeo they may seize on the white wonder of Juliet's hand, and steal immortal blessings from her lips, who even in pure and vestal modesty still blush.
Okay, stop there. Now, obviously that's over the top, isn't it?
Yes.
And he's working in a very, very abnormally high capacity for the voice, and it's not particularly safe, but it's an exercise where we can prove something. Let's have one more person, only this time it will be a girl. So who feels that they can play Romeo at this intensity? Obviously the boys won't be gruffing you, the girls will be. Unless you particularly want the boys.
Go on, have a go.
Okay, have a go.
Yep.
Can some girls just get behind her? Okay. Alright, so off we go.
'Tis torture and not mercy! Heaven is here where Juliet lives! And every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing, live here in heaven and may look on her!
Right, now do 50% less, but keep that intensity, because what you're doing is you're shocking the tissue.
Okay. But Romeo may not. More validity, more honourable state, more courtship lives in carrion flies than Romeo. They may seize on the white wonder of dear Juliet's hand and steal immortal blessing from her lips.
Feel that? Okay, we're done. So let's hear back. How useful is this? What can you take to your rehearsal room? What can you contribute now as actors? What do you need to do before you go into a rehearsal room? I mean, what's the general idea now? Because these are just some simple tools, tricks to play on your own with your buddies in the rehearsal room.
Don't intellectualise.
Don't intellectualise.
Getting over yourself.
Get over yourself.
You're not you on stage, so don't be embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed about it. And use that issue of self.
It's just that the physicality, even when you stop moving, you can feel the physicality
Yes,
in the voice.
and that's part of what we do at the RSC, is to make sure that that energy is still moving.
Yeah.
You're always on the front foot. There's a pulse. There's a need to speak. Create that need to speak. Anything else?
It's a more useful
Finding a
warm-up,
focus.
It's a more useful warm-up.
It's a more useful warm-up.
The difference between this and normal amateur theatre, where you do people go, I am being Shakespeare, and that's what they think it is, and it's being it. Which is
Useful warm-up.
Focus for hand movements. Very, very, very interesting.
Focus for gesture.
Yes.
Yes.
Remembering to point it at something appropriate. Find a focus.
Find those realms.
Yeah, reason to move,
Don't
basically.
be afraid to find it.
Yeah, find a reason to move, reason to just go, everything needs a reason to it, really, and finding that focus for while you're doing something.
Focus and a reason to move. Anything else?
Characters in the text. Characters found in the text.
Characters all in the text. And you realise that we've done no intellectualising, no study, and you own this text now. And the thing is, you own it like you've never owned anything before, and within a few more hours you'll have learned the text. You'll know it. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.